Welcome, viewers, to another great episode of Hot Spot. We have a great show for you as Marie catches up with Stanley Nundex to preview the Momase leg of the Kickboxing Cup in Ley.
Yeah, I was in Ley for a week almost just to get things prepared, and I think the hype is there. The people are all looking forward. We're expecting a good, strong team coming from both Momase, Wewak, Ley and Medang. They've been all preparing for this event, and it's elimination. The whole event is to select the best from Momase region. We already have selected the fighters from southern the Nguni Islands, and it's going to be Momase, and we'll be moving over to Highlands and Koroka for the Highlands region. So I think as far as kickboxing is concerned in the Momase region, because kickboxing's been the best there, and there's been a lot of influence, and kids been doing it for quite a while, and we also have got some very good international fighters there, so we're hoping to select the best fighters from the Momase region.
So what was the reason behind the deferral of the dates?
It's just that logistic planning and also the venues and all that activities were not at the right time. So we have to defer from the 28th to the 13th just to give them enough time to prepare and all that. So also I've been talking to our committees in Ley. They've been organized with all the fighters and our support sponsors and all that's been all prepared too. So
and Marie also chats with Nick Calabud about the boxing titles happening this Saturday at the Sejong Stadium in Port Moresby.
It will be a very good fight this coming July 14. That's Sunday, my brothers, my Wantoks. July 14, Sunday, July 14 at Surgeon Guys. It will be a good fight for us, for our boxers, PNG boxers, because we are showcasing our PNG boxers to the world. We are fighting against Youth World Championship with the Filipino boxer. And we have also Asia Pacific Championship, which will be fought between Papua New Guinea, our John Declam versus Yusufu Chaka Univalo. It's a very good fight for Asia Pacific Championship. And the other main event will be between Jason Heyu and Dado Kabintoy.
All that coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
Welcome back on the show, Stanley, and I understand the Kickboxing Cup hasn't quite happened yet for the Momase region?
yes, no, thank you, Mari. The event is actually scheduled for the 13th of July 2012, which is the coming Saturday in Ley.
So tell us a bit about the Momase region.
Yeah, I was in Ley for a week almost just to get things prepared, and I think the hype is there. The people are all looking forward. We're expecting a good, strong team coming from both Momase, Wewak, Ley and Medang. They've been all preparing for this event, and it's elimination. The whole event is to select the best from Momase region. We already have selected the fighters from southern the Nguni Islands, and it's going to be Momase, and we'll be moving over to Highlands and Koroka for the Highlands region. So I think as far as kickboxing is concerned in the Momase region, because kickboxing has been the best there, and there's been a lot of influence, and kids been doing it for quite a while, and we also have got some very good international fighters there, so we're hoping to select the best fighters from the Momase region.
So what was the reason behind the deferral of the dates?
It's just that logistic planning and also the venues and all that activities were not at the right time. So we have to defer from the 28th to the 13th just to give them enough time to prepare and all that. So also I've been talking to our committees in Ley. They've been organized with all the fighters and our support sponsors and all that's been all prepared too. So I'm sure that it's going to be a huge event, and all the residents in Ley and especially in the Momase region will be all looking forward for this event.
So the venue will be St. Ignatius Kalaga Stadium?
That's correct. It's been in the stadium, and it's only just one event. It starts 10 o'clock a.m. and finishes 4 o'clock p.m. So we're expecting about 60 fighters coming from 3 provinces. Wewak, Medang, and host province Momase. We're looking at also female undercard fights in this event as well, because we've selected some fighters in Nguni Islands regional event. So we're not just putting a show for the male as well, but we're trying to select the best fighters in the elite level, in the semi-professional level, also for women participation. So I think they've been all prepared and looking forward for this event.
Are there certain fighters that you'll be looking at?
Yes, the weights are weight class from 54 to 90 kilograms, and also including female divisions. And I think the most important and event that will be really highlight for this event will be the 8-man tournament from 70 to 72 kilograms. I think Lei has got some very good fighters in that divisions, and it'll be quite tough within their own region to have the best team from Omase.
So the Highlands region leg of the tournament, when will that be happening?
The Lei event is scheduled for the 13th, which is the elimination, 13th July 2012, 13, and the 3rd of August will be Highlands regional event in Koroka. So I think all the regions have been prepared for the quarterfinal coming up soon after the Koroka event. And we will be also moving into semis and the grand final. So we propose the grand final by December this year as well.
So in which your experience in the code itself, what do you know about kickboxing in the Momasa region?
Momase region has been pretty strong. Kickboxing initially started from Momase in Lei, and that's where I started kickboxing, introducing into PNG. And also in the previous events that we had held so far, like PNG Games and also international event, Momase has got pretty good fighters. Likes of Katuarang, who's an international star living in Australia well, and we've got also Kabiyur and Morobe Swam and Peter Lailai, and some of these great fighters are there, and I'm sure that they'll make up a good team. Unlike in Port Moresby, we also have the very experienced fighters, likes of Rickson Yamu and Mark Sondo and these people, and also Chimbu and New Guinea Islands. So I think all the 4 regions has got their own strength and their own best fighters they have, and this is just the elimination rounds, and we will be moving into quarterfinals and see who's going to be the strongest men, moving all the way to the grand final. So the concept is good. I think Oaks and Palm, Hugo Kane Company, the brand Oaks and Palm, has been really supportive in this, and it's a win-win situation for both Oaks and Palm and ourselves, and I think this is a great initiative, and it's promoting our fighters in the next level, and this will go a long way, and also part of preparations for international fighters to take on international events.
Well, great stuff there. We do wish you all the best standing now. Just for our viewers and those who are thinking of taking up the sport itself, how can they, wherever they are in the country, how can they go and, register or to take part in the sport of kickboxing?
Yes, in Port Moresby, we have a gym at the Maori Barracks. Actually, it's been closed for a while, and we will be opening soon, and we might put a notice around. But in Lei, yes, they've got also notice around, and people living in resident, it will be easy to go to Bumbu Barracks in Lei. In Chimbu also, it's a small town, and people will go there. A lot of provinces has got kickboxing schools there, though. People will go and easily find where the kickboxing exists and be part of this. I like to also encourage women to take part in the sport. I think it's important for empowerment as well as getting themselves fit as well, not just fighting or just becoming a champion. But I think it's a good sport. It trains them to become alert and become more. Better in the conditioning and that sort of thing. So it involves in a lot of the benefits are good in kickboxing. So I encourage not just students or members whose age between 20 to 30. I think it's also good for all age over 50. It's a good sport, and I encourage everyone to take part in this sport.
We do wish you all the best.
Thank you, Murray.
And we have the pleasure of speaking to Nick Kalibadek. Tell us about the big event that's coming up.
It's a World Professional Boxing Federation 3 international fight. The main event is the rematch between Dado Kabintoy and Jason Hayu. We had very good fight in November. That's why we bring in another boxer which will fight Joe Kara. It will be a very good fight this coming July 14. That's Sunday, my brothers, my Wantoks. July 14, Sunday, July 14 at Churjan Guys. It will be a good fight for us, for our boxers, PNG boxers, because we are showcasing our PNG boxers to the world. We are fighting against Youth World Championship with the Filipino boxer. And we have also Asia Pacific Championship, which will be fought between Papua New Guinea, our John Declam, versus Yusufu Chaka Univalo, which is a very good fight for Asia Pacific Championship. And the other main event will be between Jason Heyu and Dado Kabintoy. As you see in November 28, it was very good fight. Jason Heyu was leading on the score, but he was just hit by a lucky punch in the stomach. So now Jason is preparing for that fight at this time.
So how many boxers are we looking at for this tournament?
We have about 3 undercards, that means 6 boxers, and then 5 national championship. The very interesting fight for this time will be Kevin Baki and Douglas Wallo. It's a teacher versus the student fight. Last fight was a selection between Paul Larry and Douglas Wallo, which whoever win this will fight the real champion Kevin Baki. So this is the young boy and the matured boy. So this is very interesting fight. They train at the same gym, but due to the title fight, it's like an origin fight. There's brothers and fathers and uncles fight together to have this championship fight. So it is very interesting. So I invite everyone to come along and watch this fight.
So how have preparations been going?
So far, so good. The boys are training very hard for this fight. Our only hiccup at this time is the visa immigration, but someone is looking after for that. The venue is secured. I just come back from the Sports Foundation, and they're securing the venue. So far, so good. Only the natural thing will stop the fight.
So the fight will be held at the Sejong Guys Stadium?
Yes, it will start at 4 p.m. until it's finished. The undercards will start at 4 p.m. and then go on. Most of the time, it doesn't finish in 10 rounds. It's stopped by knockout or knockdowns. So maybe it will be shortened. But I want to tell you, my Wantoks, the very interesting fight is between Kevin Baki and Douglas Wallo and Jason Heyu and Dado Kabintoy, which is very good fight in the last competition. I cannot discount Jan Declam and the Fijian boxers. They are good boxers as well. And Joe Kara is our prominent boxer. He is a good knockout artist, and he will be fighting a Filipino good boxers as well. So if you can watch in this Sunday's fight, you can appreciate how boxing in PNG. And we're trying to portray, or we're trying to be an example of PNG boxing, amateurs and professional boxing. We should, as I said always, we should join together in training and in our concept so that we can have a good boxers in PNG, in Pacific Games 2015. In fact, 7 of our boxers that train in HYBC Sokai Boxing Club is all champions. Thank you very much for Hohola. That's what we started. And my heart is always to have a champion in PNG games, in PNG boxing.
So tickets are going at?
Tickets are for sale for 5 general benches, and 20 for back row, and 50 for the ringside. And if you're corporate, you can pay $2,000, 2,000 kina for people of 10. That's include light meal and some drinks.
We do wish you all the best come July 4th.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Hotspot. Thanks for joining me and hope you enjoyed the show. Your hotspots this weekend. Up in Lay, brace yourselves as the Kickboxing Cup heads your way. The Athletics Championships happening in Kokopo Round 14 of the Digicel Cup this Sunday, also on Sunday in Port Moresby. The professional boxing titles will be held at the Sejongkai Stadium, and the big event this Saturday at the Lloyd Robson Oval. PNG and Cook Islands battle it out for the Oceania Cup. That match at 3 p.m. Have a great night, and we'll leave you with some of the highlights of the Oceania Cup. Good night.
Nigeria!